How are you guys, man? On this,
Good. Doing good, man.
good, man, good. It's always a pleasure to kick this thing that we call boxing. That you know what I mean. We all so passionate about and all have our own opinion, man, and to see so many different faces and opinions, strong opinions on the panel. You know what I mean. Thank you guys for having me on here.
So, I mean, a lot of things going on. Obviously, your son and Diaz are going at each other on social media. Last time you were on, you told us that there was some sort of countdown, right? There is a matter of days that Diaz has to, I guess, activate or enforce his mandatory or interim status to fight the champion. Can you just educate us a little bit?
Well, I always want to educate you and fast forward you to not only Devin being the youngest world champion in boxing, the youngest promoter in boxing that's respected by the other promoters, and has did things and trailblazed in ways that you must understand that from a business standpoint, if you bullshitting, you're gonna get ran over. You know what I mean? And if you bullshitting, you're gonna get pushed to the side. Devin has showed that. And when our move became to become a world champion. Now, see, if you were being controlled by a company that didn't want you to become a champion, they definitely wouldn't have. They definitely wouldn't have pushed your business in a way that, normally they say, oh, it's not the time, it's not the right opportunity, you're on the wrong side of the street. When Devin and Fred can attest to it, early on, we did a show on Bob Arum. We were on the Manny Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley undercard. And it was a show in which Dev was showcasing, and then they was going to actually give us a bid on what they wanted to do. That was our first encounter with Bob Arum and Top Rank. What we told him we believed that we could do and get where we are, and he respected it. Bob has went on record as saying, that not only are we a promotional team, but we're a very good promotional team. So when we start talking about legacy and business and the Floyd Money Mayweather green print, then we got to put Devin up there. We got to put Devin up there, and up there in the sense of that his head is on the chopping block for someone. If you take a look at his Instagram, right? You mean to tell me you can beat the kid that lives like that, that's doing like that, and all the shit, and that has worked to get to that point? Every kid in the gym knows that you bullshitting if you saying that it's nothing if you beat Devin Haney. The world, anybody that says that, and the more that they play into that propaganda and they show that they're ducking Devin, right? That they're not openly, vocally telling their promoter and talking to their promoter, because when you're talking to Devin, you're talking to a promoter. Devin is telling you what he want to do. He's telling you what he's available to do, and then the people still act like they don't fucking understand. Eddie comes on and says that he's a network free agent to do whatever that needs to be done to make whatever fight that's the biggest fight for the people to want to see. So this Jojo Diaz shit has not surprised us, because when you've had an amateur pedigree that Devin has had, and everyone knows the story, he comes out of that same crop that T.O., Shakur and them, and all, and Duran and everybody. But he turned pro when he was 16. So when he went to Mexico and fought at 17 years old, believing in himself, believing in his talent, believing in his team, and everybody says team, team, team. Well, he believed in his team, and he's been dedicated to his team from the very beginning. And he's reached heights that we can only hope that another father and son that's listening can surpass it. But being there and being available, I would hope that four intelligent brothers like y'all would not let a Jojo Diaz or an Oscar De La Hoya pass off that as being anything other than ducking, right? You talk about sitting down and making the biggest fights happen, right? Jojo Diaz will not be able to say that an offer hasn't been sent over to him when he is not pushed for the fight. With the champion, which this is what I wanted everyone to know about, is with the champion comes championship problems. It comes championship problems. You can't be a champion and you don't have any problems to deal with. That was what made you the champion of your division.
Right.
You see what I mean? So yeah, these are problems.
100%. So my question is this: like, I think Rolly is the bigger fight to beat if Devin Haney fought him. Like, why not that fight? Like Jojo Diaz fought who did I can't even remember. He fought Fortuna, and then Haney fought Linares, and then people have opinions on both those fights. Why not Rolly, who's none of those fighters, and Haney thinks he could beat him? But I think Rolly's making noise social media, where boxing pretty much is like, making a lot of noise on social media. And Rolly is making a lot of noise. And I feel like Devin Haney and Rolly is a big fight. Like, don't you want that fight? Easy to make, TMT.
I don't know about easy.
Listen.
I don't know about
let me tell you
easy
this.
to make.
Let me. Can I just say this? I just want to.
Where'd you go, Bill? Bill straight. He straight didn't answer my question either.
Yo, Bill's the best because he's access. I like Bill a lot. He's like the man.
Enrique, the fan poll wanted to see Rolly versus Devin too.
I know, and I'm the fan poll. You know what I'm saying? I'm the fan poll.
All right, he's back. Let him answer. He's back.
Go ahead, Bill. Congrats.
Yeah. So when you're talking about,
but Bill, I need you to be direct. Jojo is saying, how could he be a duck if he ain't getting no offer, no contract? So what is Haney talking about?
Listen, no. Don't start saying that it's a possibility that the fight isn't going to happen, can't happen, and shouldn't happen. Is duck talk. So we're only saying it's you starting to talk like a duck. We haven't said you're officially a duck.
But you ain't sent an offer. He can't duck. He can't duck a contract that ain't there.
Maybe we might got some. Hold on. When you say maybe that we might got some money up somewhere else, so do we do too. You know what I mean? Everybody got money up. But listen, let's get back to what's at hand.
The contract.
And making the fight with Jojo Diaz, and that being the center, and that being now. You have me come on here and says, listen, this is the fight that we've been ordered in 90 days to make. So you saying nothing has been sent over, brother, what are you talking about? I don't see how you think that you're going to get out of it. We're not getting out of it. We're not looking for no other opponent. We know that we can't. So all this talk about the fight not happening and a contract not been sent, brother, you are talking like a duck right now.
But Bill, you got to admit that when he said there's no contract, no offer, you must have texted Eddie like, yo, we got him. Now he's talking the way we want him to talk. Send the offer.
Well, listen, the thing about no, it's never no got him, because we've been ready and willing to whoever that person is in the position, and we want them to stand up and raise their hand, whoever they may be.
But he needs an offer to accept.
So him being the mandatory, we never thought no different. And we still don't think any different, right? We just saying that let's not start talking about the fight not happening, because that's not what we're doing. We're not saying that.
But Bill, what's the time frame, Bill? What's the goal to get Devin back out there for the next fight?
We would like to get one more fight in this year for sure.
Okay.
How many days left? You told me that the WBC has a countdown since Joseph Diaz won the interim title, right?
Well, I mean, you saw the article. You saw what Mauricio and them said about the 90 days.
No, I didn't. Please inform us.
Hold up.
Damn. Bill, you mad accessible. You said whoever raises their hand. Rolly's raising his hand. Why not take Rolly if Jojo don't take the fight?
Let's get through Jojo first, because there's a countdown with the WBC, and he's asking for a contract, and we haven't got a direct answer from Bill on the contract. I want a direct answer.
I like the Rolly fight too, man.
I love the Rolly fight.
I like the Rolly fight, bro. I have no problem with it.
I told him that before. I love that Rolly fight.
It makes sense. And then the winner, it forces the winner hand to fight Tank Davis. You get what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
so a
I don't
Rolly
know
fight
about
versus
that.
Devin Haney.
I don't know about that, Fred.
I know that, but it tells the boxing fans that Tank fight, Devin Haney fight can be made if Rolly fights Devin Haney.
Bill, the fans.
Take a look at your text, Ness.
All right. What we got here?
You know.
Bill, the fans are liking the Rolly fight for Devin, man.
It says,
hey, listen, we love the fans and we love to, you know what I mean, perform, to get in there and give it our best, bro. You know what I mean? This shit is a way of life. Yep. You know, this boxing that you guys are so passionate about, that I humbly respect. But when you talk about what a person is a fraud or not a fraud, or you know what I mean, what they are in the sport of boxing, when I carefully point out that Fred knew about us then on that undercard, and what he saw was everybody running to the front that had seats that they were in, but it was an early fight. So, you know, we weren't able to pay for all our people, so they came the way that they could come, and they showed up. But more importantly, they had Devin Haney versus everybody t-shirts on. Mm. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that was our whole mind frame, that going into it, we knew that it was going to be us versus the machine, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Down to so much
John Henry style.
You've never heard me say that it was going to be a bad event with Devin and Rolly, Devin and Ryan, Devin and Tio, Devin and Lomo. I mean.
All right, so I got this up, and it says that the WBC has now officially approved Devin Haney to defend his WBC lightweight title against Jorge Linares May 21st. The winner must make a mandatory defense against Javier Fortuna within 90 days by August 19th. Is that what you wanted me to see? Because that...
Yeah.
But that doesn't say the winner of Javier and Jojo.
But technically, if you beat the guy that had the mandatory, you're supposed to honor the mandatory.
But does the clock start over is my question.
Okay. No. Hold on. Javier, what you guys had said for numerous times, that he's the guy, right? So the guy, being Javier Fortuna, was the guy to beat to then challenge Dev, because if Javier wins, then there's nobody else that can fight Devin but Javier Fortuna. And that's what Jojo Diaz fought for. So we were clear. We understood it. You know what I mean? But if Javier Fortuna chooses something else, then you know what I'm saying? What that's a testament to Javier Fortuna and not a testament to Devin Haney and what he brings and what he does. Period.
Bill, give me a direct answer, man. Are we sending an offer to Joseph Diaz Jr., man? He's on Twitter saying he ain't getting no offer. Can we get an answer to that?
What I'm telling you is this is on record. Joseph Diaz has an offer to come and fight, and he can come fight, and Devin Haney Promotions can put together the fight. I need to talk to the people that want to on Jojo Diaz. If it's
Robert,
is it Oscar De La Hoya? Wait a minute, hold on. This is why I said this, because it becomes confusing. Because when you say Oscar De La Hoya says Ryan Garcia. Now Jojo Diaz says it's Jojo Diaz. Is he MTK. The one to talk to?
Talk to MTK Global. That's who his management company is. MTK Global. You know that.
Oh, okay. Well, if it becomes I've already reached out to MTK Global, and they're weighing their options.
So you're saying the reason Joseph? I just want to be clear, because
I've reached out to MTK Global. Bill Haney has reached out to MTK Global, and Jojo Diaz is weighing out his options.
That's what they've told you.
That's what I just said. You want me to say it again?
No, I wanted to be clear for the listeners listening around the world.
Yeah, so that means that Jojo Diaz tweets and posts is fake. Right, Bill?
You said what?
That means that Jojo Diaz saying I'm waiting for an offer is not real.
Well, maybe his team hasn't spoken with him yet.
Exactly, because we might be a next option, but the option, I thought that we were the first option, the primary option, and that we would negotiate. Now, if they wearing out their options, that means that they're maybe spending more time talking to the option than talking to us.
Bill, who's the real villain? Who's the real villain? Rolly or Jojo Diaz? Who's the villain you want to end?
You said who's what?
Who's the villain? The villain. You know, there's a movie. Like, I look at boxing like a movie, right? So who's the villain in this movie? Right now, we got the hero, Devin Haney, the winner, the champ, the people's champ. Who's his villain? Jojo or Rolly?
I mean, both of those guys are good fighters, man. But Devin is a great fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've always maintained and always told you guys. So it's not about them. It's like they're in the movie, but they're like the soldiers that's being sent by the machine, and we're on our way up inside that room that we call the money count room. There are very few fighters and very few managers. Yeah, I know you want to start laughing, Fred, but you know about that money room. That money room is where all the shit is happening at. You know what I mean? Listen, and I guarantee you this: at 22, Devin is the youngest boss in the business. And if they want to slow down and make the shit happen, I mean, everybody damn near on the panel got my number. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hope that you guys got the numbers to the guys that you said that are out doing the hunting. Because when you're hunting, you want to know where to set the traps at. You dig what I'm saying? And any one of those guys get in there and they see, the one punch shit, the one shot that Linares had, that's not happening again. You know what I'm saying? If you hit Devin with something, that chance is you ain't gonna hit him with that same shit. So, and when we talk about winning and losing a matter of maybe 4 or 5 rounds in his whole career. So those guys all look the same, bro. They all look the same to us.
So are you gonna wait the entire time until the WB? Because if you spoke to MTK and they said we're looking at other options.
If the time expires on them, then they no longer have action at Devin in terms of forcing us to do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Now that's how that goes. You have that 90 days, and then we go to doing our thing, picking and negotiating venues and It's the Devin Haney show, and until you beat us and take it, then it's gonna continue to be the Devin Haney show. But being a world champion and having responsibilities, these are the responsibilities that you do. You got to wait to see, do the challenger, who's quote unquote the baddest guy, the next best guy in our division, does he want to have action at the throne? As saying that you are the WBC green belt, you know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, champ.
So, Bill, you're still actively trying to negotiate this fight with Jojo Diaz, but
we can't do nothing else, sir.
But at what point do you just throw your hands up in the air and say, this guy, we can't get it done, and you move on? At what point do you do that?
Well, according to the WBC, it was 90 days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
According to the WBC. And I would have to, go along with that, is that's what it's been, and that's all that it has been, because we knew that the winner, and it was assumed that it would be Javier Fortuna, right?
Okay.
And that's the way that went.
So about October.
But Ryan Garcia had became the interim and fought for it, and then he had the mental health issues. Then Jojo Diaz fought for it and became it. You know what I'm saying? And then he's saying that he wants to choose to make an in-house fight or whatever that he wants to choose. That's fine. I mean, I never knew about Jojo Diaz like that until Devin Haney, until you was about to have action at fighting Devin Haney. And that's when the world tuned in. So I don't know if you using his name for clout, or are you really just trying to make the shit happen? Because, MTK or nobody has said that I haven't answered my phone.
So about
WBC or nobody said that I haven't answered my phone about the fight.
But you the champ. You got to send the offer. It ain't the other way around.
Listen, the champ, when he has the voluntaries, that's what he does. He sends out the offers to make the fights happen, right? When you're not the voluntary, you get it ordered. You get the fight ordered, that the fight is ordered, officially ordered, and you have 90 days for it to be made. If it's not 90 days,
but you could also negotiate in between them 90 days, Bill.
Hold on, wait a minute. If Jojo Diaz and Team Jojo Diaz within the 90 days enforced it, right? Then we would have to negotiate and or go to purse bid. Mm-hmm. Period. That's it.
So it's not
if Devin enforces it, what is Devin enforce it to win? He wins the interim. You called it and say, listen, I want to make sure that I win the interim title of the world. You can't do it. It's backwards, man.
Ain't nobody asking you to do that. We just asking you to open the lines of communication. Like, do y'all really want this fight? Because if not, we can contact Mauricio so that we can move on. Because Vasil is there. He's the next option.
Okay, listen. The thing about it is that we're not going to go to the WBC before the 90 days and say, or 30 days
I'm
in.
not talking about the WBC,
40
Bill.
days in, 50 days in, and saying, listen, the guy is not, they're saying that they're weighing their options. And so while they're weighing their options, let us do X, Y, and Z. No, we're going to give them sufficient amount of time. I'm not going to listen to what the fighter is saying in the media, other than me saying that Devin Haney is available to defend the WBC World Lightweight title, you know what I mean, against his mandatory. We are here and ready to defend it. So that's what I can say.
Okay. I mean, anybody got any questions then? I mean, because that.
Well, I guess October is the cutoff date then. If nothing happens by October, then we got to move. We're going to have to move to something else, right?
I mean, Jojo said November and Haney agreed to November on social media.
Well, the reason why Devin said October, because he knew that he couldn't go past
the 90 days.
Yeah, what the 90 days was.
Yeah.
So we couldn't say November. We couldn't say December. We can't say January. We have to say that we're ready now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what being a world champion is all about. Yeah. And I know that the people going to catch on to it sooner or later and know that that's the difference, is that you can't be that person and then have an undisputed. Now, we understand that the franchise champion is what it is what it is. But what I say is, then if it's a five belt particular weight division, then it would take 5 belts to completely make it undisputed, because we have a dispute. And we're firm about our mandatories, just like he's firm about the mandatory with Kambosos, right? So if you have a mandatory with Kambosos on one side of the division, and we have the mandatory with Jojo Diaz or Javier Fortuna on the other side, then what does that say?
Bill, I got a great.
Let's handle the business at hand. Give them the opportunity, right? The amount of days, or to reach out and to say that that's what they want to do. Obviously, him as an interim champion, he can do whatever he want to do. He can tomorrow say he's fighting fucking anybody. He's fighting Javier Fortuna again in a rematch. If that's what they fucking want to do.
That's true.
Devin's the world champion. Why? What the fuck would he care about what an interim champion or what a silver champion or what any of those other champions are doing?
So, Bill, I got a great question for you. If Teofimo moves up to 140 and then they offer that franchise to Devin, would you guys be willing to take that designation, or would you pass up on it?
No, we can't take a franchise, and that's probably what you see in a lot of the other division or the other fighters who have management who are not, out there enough like me to speak on it. And the fact of that, you want those fights. Those fights are the big fights. That's what you want to be as champion. You want to be able to, have the opportunities for the Ryan Garcias, for the Jojo Diaz's and Javier Fortunas and alike. You know what I mean? Of course, you can't fight them all, right? You have to, at this point in time, right, wait on Jojo Diaz and them to get their shit together. And whether it's them, speaking with their management or their management speaking with them, and then saying, we've been reaching out to your dad, or we've been reaching out to you guys, and y'all ain't trying to make the shit happen.
I have a question, Bill.
Very unfortunate situation.
Tough
Yeah, like when you say get your shit together, what is it that they're trying to get the shit together? Because shouldn't he want the fight?
Let me tell you why.
Devin Haney is a big ass fight for Jojo Diaz.
But let me tell you why. Is because when I say get your shit together, I mean get your shit together in the sense of you know that that's a big fight, and you know after that, if you have the Ryan Garcia fight there, that's an even bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is get your shit together, because we got our shit together and we ready. And if you're not ready, we still got our shit together, right? Against whoever we fight. It's a big fight for Devin with T.O. Wait a minute, it's a big fight with Devin with T.O. It's a big fight with Devin with Tank, Ryan, you know, with Loma, with you name it. So that means that Devin is a big fighter. It doesn't make a difference. Let's get back to the Devin Haney. Let's get back to the Devin Haney show. If you guys can't convince this guy to put the pressure that he's supposed to put as a challenger, right? Stop making it like we thirsty or something, right? We didn't came on here. We didn't made our merry-go-round. We didn't did what that we're supposed to do, right? We're not, definitely letting the shit pass, right? Letting it pass like a court date, Fred. Like a court date, you know what I'm saying? Old shady lawyer that know he ain't gonna be there, he don't call you to the morning of court. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, but a guy with an investigator and a whole team, you know what I mean, wishes you a good night before you go to sleep, brother, and tell you I'll see you in the morning at court. Put some pressure on us. Put some onus on their team as well.
Bill, go ahead, Fred.
Are they still with MTK Global? Jojo Diaz?
He definitely had MTK.
A super bad company that I got a whole lot of respect for. And, to line up across from them, you dig what I'm saying? With any of their fighters would be quite a pleasure.
I mean, he had the MTK Global patch on his shorts for the Javier Fortuna fight.
Okay.
Yo, my thing is this, Ness and Fred and B and Bill, you should hear this.
MTK confirmed that he is a fighter of theirs, right? And that they are weighing their options, right? So it's a pleasure to be able to reach out to a MTK Global, a company that has experience and understanding of dealing with all kind of different fighters, right? Different circumstances, you know what I mean? And it would be a pleasure to, put together a fight with them, right? So I don't come on and say anything other than
I got JoJo.
We're not ain't no punks over here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad because I got JoJo.
What I mean? Listen, like I always told you, how to bring it. To take it, you got to bring it. So
I think that's got a surprise for us.
I got JoJo.
Oh, okay. Shit.
I got JoJo.
Shit. Ring the alarm, Ness. Ring the alarm.
I got JoJo. Ring the alarm.
You did it again, Ness. You did it again.
Let's go. I'm working in the background. I got JoJo. Let me get a super chat. I got JoJo in this motherfucker.
Bill, while Joe comes on, is Ryan Garcia the threat? Does JoJo really want a Ryan Garcia fight?
So we gonna let them talk. You know what I'm saying? Before we ask, we gonna let them talk. We gonna make sure Bill lets him know I spoke to your management, and they said you don't want this fight. Bill, your finger, you gotta be careful. Bill, in the meantime, you should go get them headphones you had. We want to make sure this deal gets made. Get them headphones you just had, so we can make this sound real good. I think JoJo just jumped on, right? Let me see.
Yo, JoJo, turn your camera on.
But we're gonna leave the floor for them.
I think the four corners.
Okay, nah. He
for
ain't
me
on
as a
just
fan
yet.
in the audience,
he ain't on just yet. We waiting.
The four corners for me in the audience is JoJo, Haney, Ryan, and Rolly. That's the four corners. Bill, can you express yourself on that?
Well, I mean, the one thing that I have to do is I have to express gratitude for JoJo, reaching out. You know what I mean? And I told you, the one that we've applauded Linares, we've applauded Gamboa, we've applauded, you know what I mean, Endon Jenny, we've applauded all of them. You know what I mean? And to make the thing happen, and like I was saying before he came on, to make the thing happen with a company like MTK Global, his management team, would be a pleasure. You know what I mean? And being available. And that's why I'm saying is, coming on and doing this thing is the new way. And it's a way that Devin was born at. Devin was born on YouTube, the YTBC. You know what I'm saying? The real YTBC, the first early on, guys that were covering boxing.
Your finger covering your face, Bill. There you go.
Yeah. The first guys covering it. All right.
Yo, mute JoJo, mute him. Mute JoJo.
JoJo, what up? Yo. I got Bill Haney on the line.
My bad, guys. I'm at Dave & Buster's. It's a little loud out here.
Oh, it's all good, man. I'm going to let Bill Haney take it away because he is the one that says he contacted MTK Global. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, hey, shout out to you, good brother, for, coming on. I respect the fact of anyone that, does what they say that they're going to do in boxing. Because a lot of times, are you there?
He's there. He put it phone only so he can hear you. He don't have headphones. That's what it is, right, okay. JoJo?
Yeah. Yeah, we respect you, and we respect your position, and we know that it'll be a hell of a show. We know that you were on Dazn, and you also are on Golden Boy. The last show that you were on Dazn, and the last show that Jorge Linares was on was Dazn, and he's a Golden Boy fighter. So it's going to be a pleasure making this fight happen with you guys, and it's good to talk to a young boss and champ.
Damn.
JoJo, you there? You muted yourself, just if you don't know.
That sounds like the fight is happening.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me?
We hear you now.
Yeah, Haney, I really appreciate you guys, man. I know Devin Haney is a hell of a fighter, and I respect you guys as well, and I respect that you guys are willing to accept the challenge as in myself, because I know I ain't no slouch, or I ain't no push around, and I'm gonna come out there and bring it to you guys, and it's gonna be one hell of a fight for the fight fans, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I really want to make this shit happen. I already talked to MTK, and I already talked to my team about it to push forward on this fight, because I know that it's a mandatory fight, and I'm the type of person that is not going to back down from any type of mandatory position. So this fight is definitely going to be made. We just got to make sure that everything is in place, and we make sure that everything is just perfectly set. I feel like a fight with me and Devin Haney, we could actually sell that bitch out at the MGM in Las Vegas, man, and it'll be something that we could generate some serious money, but not only that, give the fight fans an exciting, brilliant fight, man. So I just want to make sure that everything is executed right, because I feel like this time in my life and Devin Haney's life, we just got to maximize and do the most for both of our careers. And I think that if we actually execute it the right way, and the way that I feel like it is planned, and I know that you see the same vision, I really think that we can make something poppin', man, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And listen, I always told them, I said, first and foremost, we got to give you the respect and the position that you earned, brother. We had a wonderful fight down there. I watched it. You know what I mean? You put on a great clinic on that boy. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed it, and you're 100% right. And the days, and you were very vocal, and we loved it. You know what I'm saying? Dev went to talking to you and shit like that. And this is a fight that you tell the people, you tell your people, just like you said, this is the fight we're making. Devin is telling the people, that his people, this is the fight that he's making, and we don't have no problems. You know what I mean? We don't
exactly.
Let,
yeah.
we don't
I
let,
don't
we
have
don't
no
let none of
problems
the
at
shit
all.
get aside. let nothing get us sidetracked. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, this fight is definitely going to be made, because at the end of the day, it's what I say and it's what Devin Haney says, and I think that we're both on the same position. You know how the boxing game works, man. I respect both you and Devin Haney.
Yeah.
You got to talk that shit. You got to back it up, and that's what we're both on right now, man. It's just all love at the end of the day, but we know that we gotta excite the fans, and we gotta give the fans what they want to see. And
absolutely.
At the end of the day, man, when we're in that ring, it's blood, sweat, and tears, man. So it's anything goes once you're inside that ring. So I'm just very, very excited once we get the opportunity to go out there and put on a great performance, man. It's going to be a brilliant performance, and I'm really looking forward to it, man. So let's try to lock it in. I just got to make sure that my eyes okay. I got a doctor's appointment next week, so I just want to make sure that I'll be healthy and ready to go by maybe early November, late November, so we can make something happen.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen. Well, why is Ryan Garcia and them saying that and I know that they're not trying to fight you, so I know that they're going another direction. Am I wrong or am I right?
Man, you know Ryan Garcia's a bitch, man. Ryan Garcia be saying that he's fighting Manny Pacquiao.
Okay. But he's not even trying to fight you though, right?
Nah.
Clear that up, right?
I never got any. The only person that has contacted me was Mike Coppinger from ESPN, stating that they wanted to fight and stuff. But I never heard personally from Ryan Garcia. He's never called me out or anything. So all that, I feel like all that's just baloney. It's all jibber jabber.
Right. Listen, you and Devin the shit, and we ain't gonna let nobody kill it with none of that bullshit, none of them hypotheticals and them possibilities. You know what I mean? You and Devin is the next big fight that's gonna happen in boxing. I'm more than sure about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to it. You know, take care of you and your beautiful family. Your daughter. That was your daughter you had in the ring, right?
That's my baby boy, Zenith. Yeah, that's my baby boy.
That's your baby boy, man. A handsome kid, man. Take care of him.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Take
care of him. Yeah, you guys be safe and be careful.
Y'all be safe too, man. Hey, I'm clocking out, guys. I'm clocking out, man. I gotta go.
Have MTK.
Yo, don't eat no burgers at Dave & Buster's and no drink no beers.
That's already too late, man. I gotta run extra miles now.
Hey, have MTK. Have MTK reach out. So we can make this thing happen.
I'll hit up Daniel. I'll hit up Paul right now and make that shit happen. We're gonna make that shit happen.
All right, bro. All right.
All right. Thank you, brother, for coming on.
All right, brother. Y'all. Thank you guys for having me always.
Man. Go ahead and do your thing, Bill. We gonna leave us here to debate everything that took place. But thank you for your time. I know, Fred, you had something for Bill before he does leave. I think you did, or no?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I think it's just pretty cool that every fight that gets made, the boxing voice has something to do with it, man. That's pretty cool, man.
That's because of Bill. If
he
wasn't on here, he wouldn't have came on, man. So shout out to you, man. We appreciate you for always being accessible and making things move, making the needle move out here in boxing, man. We appreciate you.
Hey, listen, man, I told you that Devin, we owe the world to the YTBC. We'll never, let that, it's always a pleasure, moving and talking with brothers that are passionate, that have channels that have now, ignited boxing in a way that when you talk about boxing, where boxing lives, it lives on YouTube. This is where it lives and breathes, on YouTube. So to say that Devin is not the fight, right? Come out, we're gonna see. We're gonna see this next fight with Jojo Diaz. Let's make that happen, and let's everyone push it and continue to, cheer for these brave fighters. And shout out to Jojo who came out. And I always say that I'm going to give the props to the fighters that raised their hands, man. And just like we saluted Linares Gamboa, salute again to Jojo Diaz, who I believe is standing on everything that a family man with principles and values stands on, and that's their word. So I got to take him on his word, and it's just a happy day for us. And thank you guys.
Feel a lot better now, huh, Bill? Feel a lot better now?
Real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Bill, real quick, man. I want to ask. Damn, I'm playing the wrong video. This is what I want to play. Doesn't DHP have a fighter on the August 14th showdown in A-Town card with Truck and Darren, obviously?
Yeah, Devin doesn't have, it's not just one DHP fighter, it's 2, maybe even 3. You got Darren Cunningham, 12-0, spectacular performer out of St. Louis, that from that famous Cunningham family, with Coach Kevin and stuff alike, he'll be on the co-main with the no other than the independent but dear friend and family of ours, Lorenzo Simpson, Truck Simpson, who's the independent, and we also who's the headliner. He's the main event. Then you got Maury Jones making his third fight, who will be on there. You know what I mean? And we hope to get another fighter on there, but I don't want to start running down the whole roster. But we got Shamar, the Boss Canal, who we're looking for him to get his second fight in, right? Then we want to potentially have Mickey Bay come out and fight on Devin's next fight under the DHP banner. Yeah.
Yep. I was talking to his brother. He told us that he's gonna be making at least 3 more fights. But I want to try and convince you to come on out and be in the building, because I was on the phone with a few people very close to Tank that say he's going to be there. They're looking to put Stacy on the card, which is a Tank fighter. Plus, obviously, Lorenzo and Tank are very, very close. I'm just saying.
Yes, they're teammates.
I know.
The famous Upton boxing gym.
The rumor is he never misses. The rumor is he never misses a truck fight. So I'm just saying, Devin and Tank in the same little Atlanta show. We could probably make a fight. Good publicity. 2 young guys out in support of both of their fighters. Actually promoting. I'm just saying. Think about it.
Yeah, well, right now, it's a good day. It's a good day for us as a team. We got, a confirmation from Jojo himself to me as well. Both privately, him and Devin have been having conversations. So now we're publicly, you know what I mean. And I got this, it comes heartfelt for me with him, because I know that he has a baby to feed, and whether it be a daughter or a son, he has a beautiful son. But that means the world. So us doing everything that we can to make an event happen with him. And, I almost wanted to tell him, you know what I mean? Those guys, you guys are big enough that y'all already sold the fight anyway. Shit, it's about then marketing and promoting it. And where does it live at? Once again, it lives on YouTube. So, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be a great event. And I couldn't say enough about Jojo and Devin right now, enough to even think about Tank, who did a wonderful job with Barrios, and I'm sure that they have something up as well.
Shit, Bill, ain't no fight bigger than Devin and Tank in Atlanta. I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you would have been quite a big fight is if Tank steals Jojo Diaz from us. Now you're talking about a fight I would be having with myself. Because,
yeah, I mean, there was a rumor. There was a rumor that they was interested in Jojo. We should have asked them.
Right,
damn.
Right. Well, the thing then becomes I'm having a fight because then Jojo's not the person that I thought that Jojo was, and I believe that Jojo is the person that I just met and talked to just then. And
I like how you changed up the energy, though.
Yeah. We knew that. So anything else short of that would have been disappointing. So not to overshadow it with any hypotheticals. You know what I mean? We've had some great shit. Oscar, he said what he said, but Jojo maintained, and Ryan Garcia, who didn't live up to once again the rumors of him fighting Jojo Diaz. I think Jojo just dispelled that. You know what I mean? So, like I say, bro, it's a great weekend for us. You know what I mean? I wish him well and a speedy recovery with his eye. But we're gonna go to work.
I got 3 for you before you go. Super chats. We got B Atkins that says, Bill, cool. He doing business. Energy turned to focus. Jojo gotta get MTK on board. DHP on it with Dazn backing. Another one from Trill Scott Heron, who says, respect TBV, y'all always pushing the agenda forward. 100, 100, 100 emoji. Respect to Bill Haney and Jojo Diaz as well. Hashtag I love boxing. And Antonio says, Mr. Haney, did you ever stop and really think how dangerous the situation you put your son in? Him possibly fighting Lopez or Davis? Lopez beats Haney. Davis kills him.
Okay, great. No, that's actually a great question, and it's more of a question for the casuals than actually the hardcores, because what I'm going to say, all the hardcores know is that this wonderful sport of pugilism, this boxing sport that I so encourage other fathers and mothers and stuff to take their sons and daughters to participate in, involves two fighters of equal weight advantage. You know what I mean? You have to make 135. I don't care what kind of frame that you're in or what you got to do. You got to make 135. Devin make 135. So when you talk about the sport of boxing, then the gloves and stuff like that, any opportunity to get to that kind of level with those teams has always been a pleasure for us, and most certainly an honor to be at the top of the game and to be doing it. But you know, I personally, as a dad and a trainer, more times than not, I worry about him outside the gym than inside the gym. There's no fighter, you know, in the world in Devin's weight class that I fear Devin in the ring with. You know, more so than I have the fears of, you know, him out, you know, partying with stupid people.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yo, damn, Bill. Damn. He bought the red fucking Corvette. Yo, you don't know how bad I want that Corvette. I've been like running the numbers over and over. I can't justify it. I even worked out a way to get it down to $844 a month. And I'm like, my wife looking at me like, no fucking way. Bro, that Corvette is so beautiful, man. Your son, I live my life through your son vicariously. I swear to God. I mean, he's throwing money in that beautiful apartment. It was like a music video. He's so intelligent with the little marketing. I love it, man. It was like a little video he did, and damn, he got my new favorite car. I mean, Tevin got it too, but I like the red over the white all day. That shit look beautiful.
Yeah, I think he's having the time of his life, you know, doing the thing that he loves to do the most. You know, that doesn't take any encouragement, right? It takes more effort for me to go into the office and sit by the computer and talk than it takes Devin to actually get in the ring and want to spar or fight. You know, he's always wanting to spar his way in shape, and we have to carefully, instead of doing that, create like a regimen that involves all the other things, because outside of that, he's good enough to just go to the gym, spar, you know, do some road work, and then go home, spar, do some road work, and go home, you know. But we have to, you know, at this level, try to be as strategic as we possibly can, you know what I mean, because we know that the opponent is working as well, you know. So he's just he's very humble and letting us coach. He's very coachable, I should say.
Well, Bill, I want to keep you.
I know Ness want to wait. Let me close out Ness.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know, Bill. I know Ness want to go into the debates. I want to congratulate you. You said YouTube is where boxing is. I discovered Devin Haney on YouTube.
Yep.
So I want to let you know that your facts are 100% true. I want to see a fight, man. Devin Haney looks great, man. People compare him to Floyd. I know he's become his own, and I can't wait.
I think it's going to be an amazing fight. A young fighter that, you know, is extremely talented. You know, former Olympian. You know, and Jojo Diaz. You know, guy that's very comfortable now at 135. You know, I mean, he showed that he can be strong and comfortable. You know, with the Devin. You know what I'm saying? Who's been, you know, dominant. You know what I mean? Who's virtually, you know, hasn't been hit but a couple times. So I think this is going to be an amazing fight that we look forward to.
Yo, where do you think this takes place, man?
Sounds like
can we go back to Vegas?
No, did you hear? Jojo said Vegas.
Oh, wow.
He said Vegas.
It's a Vegas fight.
Same venue, you think, or you think a bigger venue, or a
No, I
different
think
venue?
the same venue. I think that same venue would be
Okay.
super nice. I mean, let's not try to go all out the box of unrealistic possibilities. If we just did great there, you know what I mean? It should be a no-brainer that we can go right back there and have a great crowd. It's not too far from JoJo. You know, he gets taken care of, 5-star taken care of when he's here in Vegas, and in his preparation, for the fight. Devin, of course, is here is home, so it's no brainer.
So I mean, obviously this is a lob. Fred, come on,
Yeah.
man, you ain't got nothing.
Oh, I got a lot of questions.
Go, baby,
No,
before he leave.
I was really curious to know about the crossing the street comment with Floyd Mayweather and Jojo Diaz quite possibly fighting Tank. I heard that rumor too, and I was telling Ness prior to you coming on, that's not even that's an in-gym fight. Devin Haney versus Tank Davis, Devin Haney versus Rolly Romero. And would that be like a slight to you, being that he wants to go the Jojo Diaz route and not the Devin Haney route?
Definitely, because of the fact of that what he's shown Jojo in terms of his blue collar work ethic, what he's actually has a story and he's worked his way to his position. Devin as well. I don't think that, I definitely feel that I know that he's on the right side of politics if he wanted to make a political move outside of fighting Devin. But, I respect the fact that, he's doing what he said he was going to do. Right. I respect the fact that, him and Devin respecting what the WBC is all about. It's providing an opportunity for a fighter like Jojo Diaz and an opportunity for Devin Haney to be great.
Right.
I got a quick question, and then you jump back in, Fred. It's from Mr. PBC. Super Chase says, hey, get your boy Devin on the show, #TBV, and sign with PBC. Bud coming. They all coming. Get a payday. Your lifetime PBC, baby. There you go.
I think what you saw was with Linares. You saw Linares and them making tweets and stuff about the fight, and Devin saying, I pick you, Linares, and Linares saying, shout out, you did pick him, and thank you for the opportunity. One thing that I got a chance with even to feel the energy that Diaz also appreciated. He appreciated us being there. You know what I mean? Because he's not got no call from Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Everyone is politically trying to make that, all the YouTube channels, all the Ryan Garcia supporters and Devin Haney haters are trying to make videos to encourage Jojo Diaz to do something that's not in him. That's why he popped on, because that ain't in him. He like, no, I am not that. I could do that because, everyone can politically do certain shit when they're in that position. But, once again, shout out to him and not going the political route, but going the route that's the real champion way, is challenging Devin and challenging him in a way that, he respects that Devin is there for it. And Devin's not ducking it and dropping the belt and doing all that. He's there giving an opportunity to a Jojo Diaz, in the midst of throwing money in the air and, doing all the other shit that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So, Jojo has a lot at stake, to win, just like Devin has a bright future, to continue pushing for, you know what I'm saying? So it's all has all the makings for a great fight.
100%. So my question is this: Jojo mentioned maximize, right? We know you say, I hope Tank don't take the fight. I know he's a father, but what if his maximization comes from a Tank fight? Like, what if the biggest payday? Like, do you still hold the same respect? Because you say, he's a true dude.
No. Well, what you see is the fact of is Devin can easily be a Tank Davis, not in the sense of, his fighting ability, but he can choose to approach it in a way that with strategism, right? In terms of Tank is not available to everyone else, but everyone else is available to Tank, right? And I guess that's a great position to be in. But when you're a Devin Haney or you're a Jojo Diaz, you have to appreciate the guys that give each other the opportunities as well. And one thing that he said was he said he appreciated it. Thank you to Devin, and that means the world to us from a business standpoint. And understanding why all the rest of all these people, you know what I mean, are ducking. The truth is you just don't want the fight. And if you want the fight, you would do it probably just the way that Jojo did it, or just the way that Linares, or just the way that Gamboa, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I just asked that question. I'm in the audience, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm out here trying to get this shit real big done. You feel me?
Who you got on the phone, Ness?
I mean, he's definitely okay. He typing. Okay, I reloaded.
Who's that?
I mean, it ain't as big as I'm making it sound. I guess it would be better if it was Oscar, right, Bill?
Yeah.
Well, it would be great if it was Oscar, but he just said it all. He just said that it's on. So if we got anything else that's coming in, it's the better. Okay. It's to the better. But I'm very optimistic at this point. Don't you see the sun shining on me, brother?
Yo, Bill, I was just gonna ask you that. Where are you?
He in Cali. He in Cali.
New Jersey on the east.
He in Cali,
Don't you see that, brother? Don't you see that?
Oh, Cali is 3 hours behind. Damn.
He stopped typing. They ducking Bill. This Roberto Diaz. This Roberto Diaz. I mean Garcia. Excuse me. Roberto. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. No. I'm texting the wrong guy. It's Diaz, right? In the last name.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm texting fucking Garcia. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Wait. What Garcia? Ryan Garcia? Mikey Garcia?
Robert Garcia has already chose his side on it. You don't need to text him. You need to text the one you just said, the other one.
Diaz, Roberto Diaz, is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No, I fucked up. I was texting Robert, yo. Robert's probably he's like, what's up?
Hey, listen.
Eric Gomez is the other guy's name. Eric Gomez.
Eric, yeah, exactly. Him. Hey, but
that's the matchmaker.
No.
Oh,
The guy.
Shit. Robert said, yo, I'm having dinner right now with my family, so fuck boxing right now, laugh out loud. But tell Bill and Jojo I said what up, but tell him I got Jojo, my boy.
Hey, listen. Listen,
let me get the right should. Robert on. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. As he should. I already know who he got. That didn't mean nothing. You know? I'm so happy that we got the fight, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really. It's the real fight. It's what the people and what they in the lightweight division. And what I said before is I said, okay. I said, well, you're gonna keep on lying and doing all the shit, but we'll get a real fight. We'll put together some real shit, and the people will get a chance to see that dude is not undisputed.
You muted.
I said that he wasn't undisputed. Hello?
We hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that was it.
No, I'll say this, man. If Tank Davis comes in and intercept this fight, it says a lot about the business model of Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby, man. I would bury them 7 feet under as opposed to 6 feet. If they
I wouldn't.
I'm saying I would. And this is me talking, because if you go to Jojo Diaz route and Devin Haney is your brother, I just think that's so disrespectful and so distasteful, because Leonard Ellaby Trump's speech in every interview. You know, I'm from the DMV area, man. We know, man. I'm a brother. I am my brother's keeper. Yada yada yada. Whatever. So
but Fred, the thing about it is that if once we know that we're available, right? We're available, and you can make a fight happen. Other than that, when we have a fight, to me, right, and that was the only reason why I was saying that Tank Davis, he didn't have a fight. It was a speculation. He'd go from 40 to 35. He can surprise everybody, and he could quite possibly surprise us and said, I want Devin Haney next, right? Pay-per-view fight or whatever. Those are the kind of fights and opportunities that as a father, and a trainer, manager, that we want to be in. We love and relish the fact that we're in that position. Outside of that, when Floyd has said, which he knows Devin's number, and they talk, on a regular, I think that I would pretty much know firsthand if that was going to happen, because I think Devin would get a call, I would get a call, and we would kind of know. You know what I'm saying? That's where the thing was going. You know what I'm saying?
To me, that's some sucker shit, man.
Right.
For real. I'm saying this. I just think that's some sucker shit. Have you have they reached out since you're a free agent now? Mayweather Promotions, PBC, Bob Arum, anyone else?
Yeah, Floyd didn't reach out to Devin for sure. They talk all the time. Bob Arum, them. Of course, they're interested. I mean, it's everyone is of course interested, but I think that the best thing just happened just now in the sense of where Devin is. The co-promotional situation that he's been doing has led up to the fact of the last fight with Linares was made with Devin on Twitter, tweeting and DMing Linares, and as well as Devin once again tweeting and calling out Jojo Diaz. So it's and I think people say after that Jojo said Devin's name, but I think that they've been talking about making the fight in the DMs for quite some time.
Okay.
Right. Jojo then saying once again, me saying that MTK were the people that
Diaz is in fucking Turkey, man. But he said Monday. He said Monday.
But MTK, before Jojo came on, I knew what was the people. So I reached out to him. Right? And they said that they were weighing their options. Jojo just then said just now that he's going to tell MTK to reach back out to me, that Devin is the person that he's choosing. You know what I mean? To make this thing happen. He still
said a lot of political stuff though, Bill. He still said a lot of it's got to be right. Like he said all the regular stuff.
Yeah, he mentioned his eye too.
Yeah, he mentioned his eye. He mentioned basically the money, all that. You know what I mean?
The maximization. That killed me.
Things. All those things are things that I think that we can make happen. I want to be optimistic about that. I want to be able to make that be the brother's reality. And one thing about it is that I think Devin is a great fighter, and I agree that that he should get those things. You won't hear me squawking about that. You know what I mean? But one thing that you will hear me squawking about is when it comes time to fight him, right, and all that, and everyone says that certain things need to happen. But when you're not talking about fighting him, it's this guy's who has he fought? What kind of title does he got? Who knows him? All these other questions that you know what I mean, that I know that aren't true. And that's the only time you probably hear me coming on and having my usual rant every now and again, you know what I mean, about this. But you won't hear it out of me right now. You're gonna hear nothing but joy and the fact that that good brother came on him himself. He didn't send his representative or nothing. You know what I mean?
Cheers
he came
to that.
on himself. He came on.
Shout out to Bo and Bama, man. Shout out to Bo and Bama. He was reaching out to, he's a listener. He was reaching out to Jojo like, please come on the show. He sent me his DMs. And Jojo answered him too. Like, yeah, I'm about to call in now. So shout out to the community, man. Really stepping up and helping us get this.
Yo, Bill, I have a question. So you mentioned
you cutting your whole face off. You know that, right, Enrique? We can't see you at all.
You got the wrong camera.
I mean, you. Yeah, there you go. It's all the way down there. Like you got this weird.
No, I'm
but
on my-
anyway, go ahead, champ.
What are we on like?
Yo,
what are we on,
champ.
like some stairs and like, what is
Bill.
this though? What is this first? And that's why we have just a break in action. What are we like sitting on some sidewalk or trees or what is this that I'm looking at?
I don't know.
Am I looking at the right shit?
I don't know what you looking at, Bill.
Yeah, I saw that. The same thing with the sidewalk.
Oh, that was somebody clicked that grid mode. I don't like that. I leave it on this. I leave it on this.
I was on that.
I leave it
Well,
on.
how do
Bill,
I
I
get
wanted
back
to
on that?
ask
How do
you-
I get back on that one?
You look fine to us.
Nah. He's looking at. I know. I was there too. You got to hit like grid.
He want that
large
stadium
grid.
now, but that shit look horrible on the live.
The steps.
Yeah, them steps look crazy on the live.
You got to go into like large grid and find your exit from that.
No.
So I wanted to ask. You know, JoJo has options. You have
Don't
options.
start.
You were like, yo,
no, Dojo don't got no options. We ain't got no options. Don't start with no options. Ain't nobody got no options.
All right. Maybe he don't. I'm speaking wrong. Right.
Yeah.
My man left. All right.
No, I'm here. I'm just trying
so
to
then
play
you
with
said
your
you were like, yo, Mayweather's interested in Haney. You down with the co-production or promotion? Like, you gonna take the biggest buck, right? I believe JoJo gonna take the biggest buck too. So why don't you?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
It ain't about the biggest buck.
No, I can't speak about the biggest buck and all that kind of
the
stuff.
fans always talk about that.
I'm just here trying to bring the. No, yeah, I was just trying to bring the, the thing to where it was. They've been talking for quite some time. Let me not go in there and say, we know that what a fighter that Devin brings to a Ryan Garcia fight, a Teofimo, so on and so forth. When you talk about then Jojo Diaz being that same fight, I don't think Jojo is a super fight with all those same guys the way that Devin is, and that's pretty clear. But we know that it takes understanding, to make things happen. And I think that he should definitely be, Devin should be, make him the highest paid, fighter. You know what I'm saying? He should get paid more than he's got paid for fighting anybody else by fighting Devin.
Has there been any talk with the Gary Russell as it pertains to that fight, rekindling that fight?
Yeah, that's in the lead on my poll.
I talked to his dad, and his dad wasn't interested in making it at this time.
Okay.
Why?
Crazy, man. That fight is in the lead on the poll. Look,
Bill had no answer. He was like,
Romero's 42%. People want. I said, what should Haney do next? 42% want Romero. 39 want Russell.
Only thing is, but you can't move them in front of Jojo Diaz because Jojo Diaz earned that position. Now, once Jojo Diaz didn't exercise the position that he's in, like he just told you, he said he's gonna get in touch with his people, right? And he knows just talking on there, he knows where it lies at. He knows it lies on him. It doesn't lie on Devin. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, I'm going to talk to him. I'm gonna have him, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have him get at you.
There.
Like he was 100% real about everything with the Ryan, with the position he was in, and I couldn't do anything but give him respect for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think even before he came on, I thought, what's the name? I didn't disrespect his position that he earned. You know what I'm saying? But him not doing what Ryan didn't do, and raising his hand and doing what he fought and what he said with Devin. He used Devin's name on numerous occasions in terms of when he got through what he was going to do. Right. So him to stand on it, bro, was commendable because you don't see it in fucking boxing. You hear people be talking about it, and then, the phone will go silent, right? In the sense of, he can tell his company, he can tell them to do it, but then it still ultimately means that they got to do it. And what if they want to do something else?
All right. Crazy response.
Bill,
why do you think?
I was asking y'all the question, but then he would have to then tell the company that's what he wants to do. He needs to demand it.
Right. How many rounds have you and Rolly done in the gym?
Good question.
Man, Dev used to beat the brakes off of Rolly. Man, Rolly.
I know that. I want rounds. I mean rounds.
Yeah.
He called Devin his daughter, man. Somebody got shut him up. He called Devin his daughter this morning, man.
That's what I wanted to know. Why do you think people want to see Rolly? 49% of the poll asked for Rolly. Why do you think that?
Rolly is he's a great talker, and he'll make an excellent event happen with the right person. You know what I'm saying? He's the perfect guy. And I never rule out that fight. He has to just, he got to keep winning, right? In the sense of maybe even just, win his next fight. That could happen with Dev. Dev could fight this kid and then fight Rolly, next.
Beautiful, man. You're such a good. You got the PR down pat, man. You know how not to upset us. But we want that Gary Russell fight, man. I put a new poll right now. I got Jojo Diaz, Rolando Romero, Gary Russell Jr., and I'm throwing Chris Colbert in there. Let's move him up. We're going to take Gary. Might as well take Colbert.
Shit. Hey, you got Jojo got one of my votes. I voted for Jojo Diaz. You know what I'm saying?
You want that Jojo Diaz fight?
He with it.
No, because then we don't got to worry about all that explaining the who and why and the Diaz family and the Haney family and all that other shit, man. You know what I mean? Good, two good kids. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated to the sport, getting in there doing something that they love, man. You know what I'm saying? Is amazing to me. With not anything. Any kind of static other than just genuine competitiveness those two guys have. They believe in themselves, and they believe in themselves so much that they're going to go hard. They're going to go hard against the other, and that out the ring, whatever, leading up to this fight. I don't expect them to be close by any means, making this shit happen. You know what I mean? I'm sure Devin will. Or Jojo, one of them is going to say something slick, and it's going to kick it off. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, believing in yourself is the key.
Let me get to some of these callers. Y'all got any more questions for Bill? Man, it is a weekend. Let's let him slide. Anybody got anything else for Bill Haney? I know you've been quiet,
Bill.
Joe.
Slide. You the man.
All right, I'm going to get out to these phone lines. Before I do, I got to get my cheap plug. It's going down August 14th, so let me switch to my promo. I'm going to have to delete this, man. This is gone. Keep bringing up
the voice of the people.
It's going down, baby. August 14th. The showdown in A-Town, it's going down. TBV will be streaming these fights live right here on ThaBoxingVoice.com. And you can also find it right here at YouTube.com/ThaBoxingVoice, where we will be commentating the live fight for Lorenzo Truck Simpson, the Gift Darren Cunningham, and obviously De Lo Mio from the Dominican Republic, trained by Ken Porter Henry Martinez. Don't forget, right here on YouTube.com/ThaBoxingVoice, you can watch boxing absolutely free. Big names on TBV. All right, we're going out to King Born. Oh, you got something for me, Bill?
Let's make sure that we remember that Amari Jones, also the DHP fighter, Devin fighter, wonderful talent out of
we're
Oakland,
going to give him
California.
some promo. You know what happened? He wasn't on the flyer at the time.
We got to remember, that let's stand up Oakland in the house, man. We represent, it's a whole crop and wave of Northern California fighters that we plan on giving an opportunity for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thank you again, Ness, for putting me down on that show. With
Yo,
that
Bill,
show
you said
early.
a lot.
Early.
Appreciate you.
We got King Born in Brooklyn. Born, you live with Bill Haney, Fred from Barbershop Conversations.
What's good, man? What's good, y'all?
What up? What up?
Yo, Haney, man. Yo, Haney, listen. After Devin beat JoJo, don't diss my man, Chris Colbert. Don't diss the Brooklyn boys, you heard? Come see my man, Chris Colbert. Bill Haney, you know what I mean?
Hey,
After you finished up with
man, I love
Jojo
your
Diaz.
voice. I love your voice. Every
Brooklyn,
time I
baby.
be watching, listen, it sounds like a motherfucker, like in that old Paid in Full movie and back in New York. You know what I'm saying? That skating rink, just the good times of New York, the East Coast, brother. I always hear you, and I appreciate you. Chris Colbert is a hell of a talent out of that New York. You know
We
what
coming
I mean?
for you, man.
We look forward to it.
You know what it is, right? You know what it is right now, Bill Haney? It's like, yo, you got to take out Jojo Diaz, right? My man is getting ducked all the time. So I'm everybody know on the Boxing Voice, I'm Team Brooklyn, Team New York, Team East Coast. And listen, if you do the Chris Colbert, right, y'all could do it at the Barclay. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I'm gonna be real with you. If you cannot get that thing popping in Las Vegas, you gotta come to Atlanta, man. You gotta come to Atlanta, yo. They building up Atlanta for this boxing thing, man. So if you can't get it in Las Vegas, come to Atlanta, man. We all be out there, man. Atlanta only 13 hours from New York, man. We there. You know?
Man, come to
we
Vegas,
there, man.
You gonna come to Vegas, right?
I'll come to Vegas.
Okay.
But
Come to
Tyson
Vegas.
Fury dissed
It's gonna be
me.
a great show.
All right, my brother. Like I said, yo, Ness, keep doing your thing, Ness. You know what I'm saying? We all love you. You doing your thing, brother. Like I said, Chris Colbert, let's pump this. Let's let the media hype this shit, man. Let's get this shit hype, yo. We need a good fight. Fuck Gary Russell. Gary don't want no smoke with nobody. He ducked everybody and shit. He said he wanted Crawford. He said he wanted Bill Haney. Ain't none of that shit happening. Yo, think about it. The last time he said he was fighting somebody, King Tug fought 2 times, and that been a year ago. I don't need we don't need tax season Gary Russell, man. Once a year, Gary Russell. We don't need that.
King Born, let me get to somebody else just joined us. Is that Counter Punch in the building? What's going on, my friend?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Kurt?
Man, I'm pretty good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm about to go on vacation, as you know. Bill, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Kurt, what's up, brother? I didn't want to cut you off, but I definitely want to say salute to you. How are you, King?
And I'm doing good, man. I am doing very well. Had a long day, but it's going to get better tonight.
Absolutely.
Man, you might need to pull up just slightly because your service in that particular area ain't the best. You are coming in slightly robotic and pixelated. It could affect the conversation slightly.
Hey, while he's doing it, hey, Fred.
What's up?
Listen, if one day I come through and I start and I'm talking like King, what's his name? King Born. What was his last? That guy. What was the last caller?
King Born. From Brooklyn.
King Born, I got my shit all the way together. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just need the rest of that. The way King Born said, he go hard about it. You know what I'm saying? Like he sound like, yeah. I love that shit though.
Yeah, he got his Timberlands on. He had his Timberlands on for sure.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Kurt, you want to give us a sound check? See how you sound?
How about now? Testing.
We gonna rock with it, man. We gonna rock with it. Let's talk.
Okay.
So we got Bill Haney as a special guest. Bill, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey, brother. Talk to me. How are you?
Good, man. I'm kind of late on the chat, so I'm kind of behind. So I heard Rolly Romero. Yeah. What's up with him? He's been asking for Devin a long time. He's been asking for a lot of people. I say give it. I say he's promoting himself in the work. He wants to be the bad guy. I get it, but at the end of the day, it's the way you do it. It's tasteful stuff and it's distasteful. And I think he's doing it. It's tasteful. So
It ain't gonna
that's
work.
my
It
opinion.
ain't gonna work
That's
with
my
you driving
counterpunch.
counterpunch. It ain't gonna work with you driving. I meant to drive somewhere else.
He dropped some jewels, and I caught him like I was supposed to. You know what I mean, in the sense of how he's doing it. And listen, the thing about it is that they're all gonna have their approach. I mean, it's not like Devin. We didn't go over there to that gym over there and see Rolando already. You know what I'm saying? We've been over there to see Tank. We've been over there to see Barrios. We've been over there to see you name it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on down to the legendary Floyd Mayweather himself. And someone asked me, well, when was one of the biggest moments? When was a big moment for us, Devin? And I have to say, that it was with Floyd. The time when Devin, and people say, it's before the Conor McGregor fight and all that. But after we saw what he did to Conor, right, and we see that Floyd stays in shape, and we know Floyd could probably, you know what I mean, do something at welterweight right now. For Devin to have the experience that he had with him was amazing. So when guys, when guys talk about whatever way that's gonna pump them up or get them ready to get in the ring with them, we're happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Coming from East Oakland, California, that shit, all that shit that he's saying, you're gonna have to back that shit up, Rolly. You know what I'm saying? It's just that right now we got, and I don't know if you got a chance to hear it, that Jojo Diaz came on, and out of respect for, like I said, his position and this, I think, Devin is carrying the WBC and acting like a champion, regardless of what the politics are or what you got to do. He's walking, and that's the way he started. He started walking and talking just like a boss, just like a businessman, just like a champion, both inside and outside the ring. And my sole instructions were to wait 90 days to give Jojo Diaz an opportunity after he beat Javier Fortuna. The same 90 days that we were given for Javier Fortuna. Jojo Diaz came on and he said that he respected the fact that Devin is honoring it, accepting his challenge. And that's what he said on it. He said, accepting his challenge. Well, if he's in a position to challenge and we don't respect it, then we don't respect anything, right? We're rolling with the same disrespect that's been going on. So we respect the fact that is. And I respect the way in which that he talked, and the way in which he approached it and said that he was going to reach out to his people, right? And he was going to get back and he was going to tell them what to do. As a millennial fighter, when you leave all the stuff on the promotional team, right? You leave it on them. That was a thing of the past, in the sense of that you couldn't get the message out because the bigger promoters control traditional media, meaning the print, right? And what little bit that was on linear television, right? They were in control of it. The relationships were pretty much, they were one-sided. They were favored the promoter and not favored the fighter. So when the fighter wanted to get out his message, he had to go back through his promoter, right? Nowadays, things are different, right? And Devin, in the sense of Devin being the promoter that he is, he reached out to the fighter that he felt and knew that he had to. He reached out to Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz responded. That's then, has his platform, and we're talking boxing in the way that we talk boxing. And Jojo Diaz comes on, you know what I mean, to answer any of the refute any of the claims and false narratives that Ryan Garcia is a possibility and all that. Because see, when you have that and those narratives have been being created, then you have bad blood between the fighters, and the fighters start saying, well, this person is ducking, that person is ducking, and all that. And I never called Jojo Diaz a duck. What I said was it was starting to be a little bit of duck talk when nothing, and I don't know who started it. Clearly it wasn't JoJo and them. You know what I mean? Well, it wasn't JoJo on his part, but with Oscar De La Hoya, he was saying one thing. What I did here was that MTK was in charge, so we will now put the onus on MTK and the people over there to make it happen.
These numbers is dropping, man. These numbers is dropping. I'm texting with Rolly. I need y'all to go to Rolly's social media and tell him he got the answer for some of the shit he been saying. We got Bill Haney on the line, and he want to talk to Rolly, man. Let's get Rolly on the show, man. Let's make this shit hot. These numbers dropping, man. We was just at 400 and something. We dropping right now, man. Hey, bro.
Rolly, I'll talk to Rolly.
You don't want to talk to Rolly?
Well, no, I mean, listen. What I don't want to do is I don't want to talk to Rolly, and we're trying to make the Jojo Diaz fight, and a person say, okay, well,
I mean, yeah, well, we were just talking.
No. They say, well, you just talking like that because you're already fighting Jojo Diaz. So we done been around the block a time or two. So just let Rolly simmer down, right? But Rolly simmer down, and Rolly, listen. If Jojo Diaz isn't the guy that Jojo Diaz doesn't want to fight and doesn't want his position, then let's get Rolly in there.
But Rolly out here, he what was it? Because you on West Coast time, Fred. I mean, did he post that yesterday? I woke up to him calling Devin and Tank his daughters.
Well, listen. Hey, he's trolling big time, right?
Trolling?
And we know, yeah, he's trolling big time.
He said Devin is the Amir Khan of the lightweight. Somebody got to shut this boy up.
No.
He
because
said
when I heard him say Amir Khan, and I said that he disrespected Amir Khan because he's not nothing. He don't even have none of the belts. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's worse.
He got an interim.
He's worse.
Ain't he an interim? He's
worse.
Champ?
No, I don't think. Okay, well, how can he be the interim and Tank be something and fucking what's the name? I mean, what the fuck? I mean,
that's the way it works. That's the way.
You know, he's not no fucking interim nest.
He is the interim. Tank's the regular. T.O.'s the super. That's the way it works, champ.
Oh man, listen, I don't know about all that.
Hey,
I don't know about all that.
It say right there, Teofimo Lopez, WBA super champion, Gervonta Davis, WBA lightweight champion.
So the interim champion, does he fight the super champion or does he fight the regular champion?
I mean, listen, if I were you, I wouldn't put it down too much. Remember that the champion, super champion Pacquiao got placed in recess. The regular champion in Ugas got elevated to super. The interim in Jamal got elevated to regular. So now the regular is Jamal.
You're talking about a fight.
The regular is Jamal.
Talking about a fight.
But still, the regular is Jamal, who used to be the interim. That's all I'm showing you. He could be elevated to be the mandatory.
Yes, but you're my guy. But listen, let me tell you, you're my guy, and we've been doing this. But you can only make one fight per guy on the same day. You can't make a fight, 2 fights for one guy.
I just want you to have options. I want you to have options in case JoJo and MTK playing games.
We don't need no options right now.
You got the phone right there to be like, yo, what's up? We ready. They was bullshitting us all this time. 90 days is up. That's all I want. I'm just trying to set it up.
Ness, for sure. But the way that I just heard JoJo, didn't you guys feel that the fight is kind of, you know what I mean? It's more chances that it's going to get made than not. I want to give the brother.
I felt good about it, Bill. I do
too. I feel good. I do, honestly. I feel good.
Ness is trying to poke the bear, man. Don't listen to Ness. He's trying to poke the bear right now.
You believe JoJo?
I want to.
I believe him. I believe him.
Fred got bad service. Fred, you believe? Oh, there you go. You believe JoJo?
I'm here. I think that's the most possible out of ones that are left. You know.
Yeah, that's the easiest one. That's the easiest one.
It's the easiest one. You're right. It's the easiest one, but man, you never know, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You never know. Well, he did put him in there with Gary, you know, as the mandatory challenge about 4 years ago.
That was a tough fight right there.
Yeah, that was a tough fight. Gary won some tough rounds in that fight, you know. And I think it's a good fight. It'll be a great test for Devin, you know. I have my concerns about JoJo, you know. I don't know if he loves boxing as much as he used to. You know, he used to spar in my gym. So I don't know if he loves it because he came in out of shape. You know, he fought in spurts. He wasn't like the tactician that I absolutely liked in 2012 and early on in his career. So I think Devin Haney quite possibly could be the opponent to motivate him, you know, because obviously, you know, Devin's going to come with his A game. He's been consistently doing that. But I would like to see a game Jojo Diaz, you know, so the winner gets credit, you know. But that Jojo Diaz that win against Fortuna, I mean, that's an easy fight for an easier fight, I should say, for Devin Haney.
Kurt, I know you're on your way to the airport, man. So if you want to go ahead and give your take or say whatever you want before you gotta fly off to the beautiful island of the Dominican Republic.
I've never been there. But I'm sure I would spend a little bit of money there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Fred, you gotta go.
I am. I'll get there. I've been everywhere else but there. You know, I was a little bit too close in my younger days. You know what I mean? You know, I had to get off the mainland. But anyways, man, I just want to say thank you. I do got to catch my mom.
I wasn't telling you to go, but if you need to go, it's cool. I was telling Kurt.
Because I do got to pack.
Okay.
I got to be at the airport at 9:30. So I just want to say thank you for offering your platform.
Thank you, brother.
And 9Wise, click the link in my bio on my description box and on Instagram. Thank you to the panel, man. Beebs, Counterpunch. You got to come on my channel, Counter. And Bill, I love you, man. Thank you for everything and everything.
You too, love you too, bro. Hey, listen.
Yes.
Let me ask you this though.
Yes.
I mean, how much more exciting shit and exceptional shit are you gonna do now? You're a filmmaker. You know what I mean? I mean, I could go. You have a whole long list of shit that you've accomplished and you did. I mean, do you see more on the horizon? What's next, bro?
He can jump out of he can jump out of plane next, right? It's probably ain't done that yet. Done that yet, Fred?
Nah, we ain't seeking adrenaline. Tell him, Fred. We trying to live.
No.
Not yet. When you got an imagination, man, and you got the time and the space to make your imagination tangible, man, it's a beautiful life, you know?
Yes.
And so I just want to say thank you. I love y'all, man.
Well, hey, you know what, Fred?
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is that what they don't know is, or they do know it and just not saying it, is that you would own the plane. You own the company that everyone jumps out of the planes. You'll say, what? I'm not having new service.
That would be the idea, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. My mom gotta go to dinner for a little bit, real quick. I'm taking my mom to my family was originated real quick in Virginia, so we're going to Virginia. We're gonna spend 3 days. My mom's father is deceased, so he's buried there, and then so we go in there, and then we have like a pseudo family reunion Saturday in New York, and I go visit Malcolm X while I'm in New York and do all that shebang. So anyway, it's just a beautiful trip. My mom and I, you know, I put my kids out and sent them to Hawaii. So it's just a beautiful thing, beautiful week, man. So I just want to say thank you guys. I love y'all, man. And Ness, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you,
everybody at Beebs. Thank you. It was a pleasure to finally get you face to face, Beebs. You know, I've been watching your platform for some time. Counter come on my platform anytime. And Bill, I know I'll see you real soon. Thank you, guys.
Fred, real quick, what's the name of your short film? What's the name of your short film, real quick?
9 Wives. Click the link in any one of my videos, dog, and you'll get it. Yep.
I'll pick it up.
9 Wives.
Thank you, dog.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Take care, Fred.
Travels, man.
So, Counter, man, anything? I know you got to get to the airport. If you want to go ahead and have anything for Bill before you got to go.
Well, yeah. You know what? Let me counter real quick. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
that's great. Good
enough connect. Great
sound.
Yep.
Great. All right. Okay. The JoJo fight is a doable fight. I like that fight, and I do, like you said, I do respect the fact that he was able to respond back. And you know, fighters, they have more power now than yesterday. I get that, so it's good. Chances are that fight could happen, but if that fight can't happen, can we please get Rolly Romero? Let him be the second here.
Hey, Counterpunch.
I ain't the only one, Bill.
Now listen, for you, I gotta do it. I gotta tell you that we will definitely go for Rolly Romero. You know, I would have had Ness said the same thing with Ness, but Ness is working so hard to make this Jojo Diaz fight, and we want it to be, we want it to be historical. We don't want anything to fall out. We want to be as optimistic as possible because the fights are and they can happen, on the Boxing Voice. You know what I mean? When you have, we almost had Javier Fortuna and Devin Haney happen, right? We had we had me and Sampson, right? So now we got me and JoJo here on the Boxing Voice. So I want to think that, that we're trailblazing and bushwhacking and, you know what I mean, and looking forward to an amazing event.
Bill, you're awesome, man. You don't
Absolutely. And thank you, Bill. I appreciate you. Thank you for the request, because that would make my whatever season, whenever it happens. If it happens early 2022, that would be the time frame.
All right, listen. I promise you.
Romero's been popping off, disrespecting. Yeah. I mean, he's talking the type of shit.
Okay,
man. He has a smack 'em face.
Okay, enough said. We're gonna get him. But now, this is what I need from you. Are you gonna come to Jojo Diaz if the Jojo Diaz fight happens? Are you coming?
He'll go. I ain't missing it.
You have my word. I will come.
Okay, good, brother.
You got it like that. He'll go.
If it's in the same spot, oh man, that thing gonna be lit.
I know it would, right? Because
JoJo,
right?
JoJo, he's got to be more popular in America than Linares. He's a former Olympian, 2012 Olympian. Now he's a two-division. Well, he's a one-division champ. One-division champ, right? But wait, he just won that at 20. No, he won that at 30, right? He won that belt at 30. Did he start at 26?
He's a two-division champion.
Okay, there you go.
He has the interim champion, and then I guess he had the belt at 130 as well, right?
Oh, so you want to respect his interim status, but not Rolly's, huh? We got
Well, the reason why I said that was because it was three different, belts.
Yeah, he doesn't like the regular belt, Ness. He don't like that WBA regular belt. He don't like that.
Yeah, but the thing is that the Suleimans created the same monster. The Super's the franchise. The regular is the WBC. The interim is the interim. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. These sanctioning bodies are out to get some money, man.
It's crazy.
But listen, I'm going to get to some callers. Counterpunch, you got anything else for Bill?
Hey, Rolly's tailor-made for Haney. Make the fight happen. If the JoJo fight falls through for whatever reason, that's my counterpunch. That's it. That's it.
Safe travels, my friend.
Safe travels.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, we're gonna get you on. We're gonna get you on next time you're in the studio, brother.
Absolutely. You got
it.
Have a safe trip, brother.
Yes, sir. Let me go to Mr. PBC here. Hounding me. He wanted to talk to Bill. He said Bill ducked him.
Yo, we getting it.
Go ahead.
Yo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yo. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
I don't say he ducked me, but he was in a conversation and you kind of threw my $5 at him.
Oh no, there you go. I was about to say he really ducked you. He ain't even on his show no more. There you go though. He's there.
No. Nah, but I have just simple questions. But that Rolly fight's cool, but them legs I don't think are made to dance with Devin. But I would definitely like to see Devin, branch out, being the star that he is, from little old Dazn to big old PBC. And I think it'll be a beautiful career path for him. I mean, we have so many fighters. He can be, Floyd Mayweather's favorite child and get rid of Gervonta. Outdo Gervonta and be his favorite child.
Don't you think Devin has a dad? That was a little disrespectful.
You know what I mean? Be his favorite, because Gervonta right now is his favorite.
I mean, but Bill's done a fantastic job with his son. And
okay, I get that. But
can't
also
say that in front of the man's father, bro.
Have Devin Haney come on the show.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The way you just said that, you might have put Devin a couple months away from a guest spot. But we gonna let Bill respond.
I understand. I can feel your passion about it, and getting Devin to work with the powerhouse and PBC and Al Heyman, what he's done for the culture, right? Going back from the Al Heyman Presents concerts, and to just everything that he's done with Floyd and alike in boxing, would be amazing to work with him and also alongside Floyd. But then it also has its bittersweet when the fact of you have Floyd making the fights, when you actually got a chance to see Devin as a millennial being a new the Devin Haney and not the Floyd Mayweather. You saw him make a fight happen with Jojo Diaz. You saw him make a fight with Jorge Linares, right? Gamboa, right? So when you talk about that, Devin is carving out a new Devin Haney, and I think we've been doing a great job in that sense. But working with those guys, I mean, it's just it would be a euphoric experience because it's something that we've been watching them just like you have, you know what I mean, for a long time. But when you actually get put in a position for you to man up, do you man up or do you just kind of conform with what's been going on? I think Floyd has created the green print for fighters to get out and promote themselves. YouTube has a platform. We have a ability to get a general consensus of what the fights people want and don't want on YouTube. So to go out and make the event happen, I think is something that Devin is able and capable of doing, just like he's been doing thus far.
We got Ozzy. Actually, let me get to Steve in Chicago. Talk to us.
My town up in K-Town.
Hey, Daddy, this a Dolla beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. You fight still can't beat me. I'm fighting every day, that day in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yeah, how you doing, Nas?
What's up, Steve?
How you doing, Bill?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I just want to say, how you doing? I just want to say, as a logical fan, I was glad you brought JoJo on because earlier in the conversation, a lot of people in the chat were calling him a duck, this, that, and the other. I think if you look at his resume, you could see he's no duck. So, that's a great fight. I would love that fight with Haney and JoJo. But if it doesn't happen, I don't think it's because of him. Bill will tell you, there's other people involved. We're not privy to a lot of that information. And even, I don't know if you remember this, you had Gary Russell on here telling you that JoJo gave him one of his toughest fights ever. So it's not like JoJo's afraid of a slick fighter. He fought Gary Russell. He fought Tevin Farmer. So I don't know where some of these guys, the weirdos in the chat, are getting their information from. But JoJo, to me, takes on anybody, will fight anybody. I got nothing but respect for the guy.
You sound like you're picking him, Steve. Is Chicago rolling with Joseph Diaz Jr.?
I think it's a close fight. I think it'll be Haney's toughest fight. I really do. I don't. It's 50-50. I don't know. I like Haney, but I don't think he's faced a dog like JoJo. JoJo's a different type of animal. He's cut from a different cloth, man.
So you're not gonna say
look at in that Farmer fight.
Yeah, but you're not gonna say, oh, he beat a smaller man if Haney puts hands on him.
I'm not gonna say that. No.
Bro, I made a respect.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to the kids. Thank you for choosing us to listen to while being with the children and babysit me going out to.
I think it's a great fight. I mean, like he said, you know what I mean? And it's a perfect opportunity where you bring, some JoJo fans, you bring some Devin Haney fans, and you get in there and, you cheer like for any other sport, both of them being West Coast, in particular California guys. It's just, it's just all around great fight. And also him not laying back in the wings, but him stepping out and then talking to me as well and saying that he's going to push for the fight, So when people say that it's reasons why it can't happen and all that, I don't think there's no reason why that the fight can't happen.
Looks like we have Jordan, right, in Washington.
Hello.
What up?
Hello.
Yes,
How are y'all, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
We're good, and yourself?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. I can't complain. Listen, man, please take that road spike. I'm tired of his lame ass. No, he don't have skill. He's trash. All he got is power. But he talks hella trash. I like him because he talks trash, but he's trash. You know what I'm saying? He's garbage. So I would love to see Devin Haney take that fight. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. That'd be a good ass fight.
I love him because he talk. That's how I feel about him too, though. That's just how I feel about him. I love him because he talk trash, but he's trash. But no, I love him though because he do talk trash. And no, but I do though. I love him because he do talk trash, but he's not really trash. I'm not gonna say he's trash, but just the way that he fuck with it. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but just his whole style is
a little rough around the edges.
Right, it's trash, but it's not like, but it's not like it's not bad trash. But I mean, it's
a Bill. It's a beautiful mess, Bill. It's a beautiful mess. You like that? It's a beautiful mess.
I got a counterpunch, Mr. PBC coming back. What's up, brother? First time wasn't right. Got to do it twice.
Yeah. I say, PBC out here giving out the biggest paydays. Canelo got a payday of his lifetime. But I think that y'all should really go after Ryan. I mean, I don't really see him putting no smoke underneath Ryan. Ryan's out here chilling. He's on his Tyson Fury shit, just kicking it. No one's really coming at him. He's on YouTube getting paid. Y'all should do like Sean Porter did Danny Boy, just make a commercial and stuff about him, cherry picking and stuff. That's just what I think. Ryan needs to get coming at. He needs to get got. He's worse than Rose. That's my call.
All right.
I'd rather, what I'd rather do to make the fight happen? Call up the boxing voice. It's much easier. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these fighters need to do. You want to make a great fight. You want to make a fight happen. Call the boxing voice. Ness got everybody's number.
Not everybody, but we working, man. We working. It's a never-ending story. And for me, it ain't work, man. I love this shit. We got a super chat. Ozzy says, tell him, Ness. He putting me to sleep. I don't know who's getting put to sleep. But that's right. Let's see. Last one is from Sarcasm.
You only got a few minutes. Hurry up.
Checking the call. Yes.
Sarcasm. Yo. All right, we got Sarcasm says, Bill Haney and Teofimo Lopez Sr. must be friends. They both come with the BS. Damn, Bill. They comparing you to Senior.
Listen, the only thing me and Senior have in common is he lives at the bottom of the hill and I live up at the top.
Whoa.
That ain't common if you at the top and the bottom, but I hear you. We got LV Slugger.
Well, listen. No, I gotta go to the freeway. I gotta pass his house to get on the freeway.
Oh man. Yo, LV Slugger says, stop saying you can't knock out. Wait. Stop saying you can't knock Tank out in 2 rounds if you scared. You're going to lose.
Who said that?
Stop trolling.
Tank out?
Get your mind right.
Who said they can knock the dangerous Tank out in 2 rounds?
I don't know.
Who would say some shit like that?
I don't know.
Two rounds, you better be trying to fill some shit out for 2 rounds. You running up on a bad motherfucker like Tank in 2 rounds, you're gonna get stretched out. I never. Oh, you talking about Ryan Garcia said 2 rounds?
Oh, maybe Ryan.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
We got Supermax that says. All right, what am I missing here? Where this shit disappeared? Oh. Supermax says Ryan Garcia is Victor Ortiz 2.0. He proven it. Damn.
You know, I'm telling you that Ryan Garcia is getting no love today, bro. You wanna? I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna throw no water on a drowning man.
I'm not gonna do that either.
Listen, but you know what? JoJo even said that he wasn't reaching out to make Ryan Garcia fight. That's bullshit. Ryan Garcia is not fighting Jojo Diaz. Wasn't about to fight Jojo Diaz, and that's just it.
Oh man, your boy Punch coming for you. He said, "Why the hell would a fighter fight?"
No. Why the hell wouldn't Teofimo Lopez? Punch is in the Teofimo Lopez business, and right now they ain't in business. So let's not even. I'm not answering on the question from him.
No, wait.
Until he answers.
I don't
until
think he said
answers,
anything
where the
about
fuck
Tio.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. So he didn't jumped out the Tiafimo business when Tiafimo stopped talking, right? And now he's talking about somebody else. Punch. Listen, if it's about Jojo Diaz, is it about Jojo Diaz? And it being a wonderful
it is
fight.
about Jojo Diaz. He's saying, why would Jojo Diaz fight Javier for the mandatory shot and then not want a shot at the strap? He says, why the hell would a fighter fight for a mandatory slot to fight for the strap, yet don't want the strap? And then he says, is that belt, shot out, watered down, no one wants it, ? So basically he's trying to say, is that belt watered down and no one wants it?
You wish. He wish because his favorite fighter don't got it, right? His favorite fighter then did things that's not ethical, then flip-flopped, right? Then business. Everywhere he go, he creates bad business. He did a deal with Top Rank, didn't fulfill that, started complaining about that, then went and did another deal with Triller, complained about that. I'm worried about the fighters that fight with Top Rank just in the lightweight division. I'm just wondering because it just seems like it's a whole lot of problems, And Teofimo Lopez is full of problems, man. So I don't even want to answer any questions about him. And the first thing that the Teofimo supporters, right, they'll probably start going with Jojo Diaz, which is great.
Let me go ahead and ring the alarm. We got a 3-peat from James Benitez that says, shout out to the panel, shout out to Barbershop. And then he comes back and says, Jojo, take the damn fight. Take that belt. Then he comes back and says, since everyone ducking Devin, could you just revisit the Gary fight? I think it's a 50-50 fight. Damn.
Well,
50-50.
Well, the thing would be great. The thing would be great to then, pick which fighter it is, but that's not being the champion, right? When, and being the champion, and especially you look forward to the mandatories. You look forward to the guys that are really stepping up, the guys that everyone says deserves it, right? So up until, these 90 days that Jojo Diaz and them have to exercise their right as to Devin, then we can't do nothing. We just can't. You can't look for another fighter until Jojo Diaz because he's earned that becoming interim champion.
Lightning 221 says AB has mental illness all over his behavior, but they shit all over him. Poop emoji. But Ryan says it, and everybody is allowed to say anything. Or excuse me, I'm assuming he meant isn't allowed to say anything.
Not allowed to say anything, he said.
And I totally 100% agree. You end up seeing AB, as sad as it is, you actually see him in the hospital and no one talks about it. And you see Ryan on vacation and everyone is very sympathetic. And like I said, I want to continue to be sympathetic towards him, but I also want to be, fair in my assessment that, when you talk to Jojo and you hear that Ryan hasn't even reached out, right? That it's all just fans talking. So, Ryan is right now is going through something, guys. I mean, he's having something that's mental, and I don't know how to diagnose it. But what we need to do is be patient and let him and the team say whatever that they want to say right now, right? Because clearly Ryan is going through something. Let's not take anything serious that they're saying, or let's not give any credence to any of these hypotheticals, right? Any of these possibilities, right? Until we actually hear it. One thing you heard is Jojo and Devin both saying that they want to fight each other. You've not heard Ryan say him personally say that he wants to fight Jojo Diaz. So why are we running with that narrative? We haven't heard Tank Davis say that he wants to fight with Jojo, right? One thing that we've heard is two guys say that they want to fight, and that's what I give them. I give them all the credit in the world. Both of them, both fighters, Devin and Jojo Diaz. You know what I mean? And that's what I look to do. And I said that's what I always will do. Is always respect the next man that gets in the ring is just as much as I respect Devin getting in the ring.
We got Lightning with another one that says Devin fighting Gary Russell Jr. is a feather in a cap. The longest reigning champ in boxing right now, and they both talk good-ish. Easy build-up with parameters.
Yep. I always thought that fight is a great fight. You know what I mean? And we never rule out anything. Gary Russell being the longest reigning champion in the WBC right now, you know what I mean, and has held that position down. Nobody was saying that they would fight Gary. Devin is the only one that did say it, right? And we said it because of how good Gary is, you know, and what he does bring to the table in terms of, you know, we share the same fans and you know, have a lot of things in common. You know what I mean? But you know, that wasn't a fight that could be made. Out of respect for them, you know, I only talk about it when we were going back and forth with making the fight happen. The fight is not the next fight. So, you know, I don't wish him or his team anything but well wishes, you know, and you know, look forward to, you know, maybe it happening at a later date.
We got Boom that says he may have mental issues, but that anxiety is a big part. What I mean by that is that he feared the unknown. What up, Fred? Fred gone though.
Absolutely. What's that caller's name?
Boom.
Boone, absolutely, Boone, and Boone would understand that. And anything when developing an athlete or developing or training yourself to be able to deal with you know, anything on a high level, you want to prepare over and over and over again. A lot of the greats says that they rely on their preparation. It's just something that they have done 1,000 times. You know, what Kobe Bryant would say. You know, those are the shots he would make. He would shoot 1,000 different times, and Kobe Bryant being the you know, he's missed more shots than anyone in NBA history, but being known as one of the greats, you just rely on your preparation. Devin has when we talk about getting in the ring and going to visit and knocking on the door and facing adversity with some of the best fighters in the country in his weight class, right? You know, and I think that was a lot of part of our preparation. And when it came time to dealing with any anxiety, you know, about fighting any of these guys, well, I mean, this is what we do. You know, we've saw in the likes of, like I always reiterate, you know, the Brian Garcia sparring him and working with him after they had their multi different fights in USA boxing. You know, Teofimo, you know, Tank, you know, I mean, Rolly, you know, and this was all by design in terms of preparing Devin for that moment against anyone.
We got Mad Bet in Kansas City that says Ryan is having roid rage. Depression is a symptom. And he comes back with another one and says Haney versus Rolly, a good fight. Danger for Haney because he has no power.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, one thing about it is when you talk about anytime that you get in that squared circle and you can keep someone off for 12 rounds, you know, Ness, and I'm sure Bibbs, you would attest to it, that it's not easy. That circle, it closes up on you quick if you don't know what you're doing, you know. So if you do have the power, any fighter that does have the power, they feel that that's what, you know, that's what's going to get them over the hump, is that they're more powerful than Devin, then so be it. We've chosen, when Devin chose to become a professional, it was steps to become a world champion. But we knew that once we became a world champion, it was no longer about building, but it was about performing. So we believe that Devin can perform on the same level with anyone in the world, if not better. right? So we're available.
Killer Kales in Cali says, shout out to you guys. You're on fire today. Fire emoji. What up, barbershop? But he's gone. Then we got Heavy Handed J also in Cali, but this is Long Beach. JP, the Heavy, who says, stop being broke. Send a super. Oh, okay. You're talking to the chat. Stop being broke. Send a super chat. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. B Atkins. We said that, right? Yep. Said that. Trill 8. All right. That's everybody. LV Slugger,
Absolutely.
talk to me. Oh shit. We got a few more. LV, you there?
TBV, what up? What up?
What
Fellas.
up? You live with Bill.
Yeah. What up, Bill? What up, Bill?
What
Yeah,
up,
but
what up, son?
but on the I just don't see. I think it's just obvious. No, with the answer, I think JoJo is the clearly the obvious answer. He's the mandatory former champion. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the direction they need to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's no question. I mean, Rolly is a villain. You know, he playing that well, that villain role well, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it would be a good fight with him. But I think the JoJo is definitely the direction to go. But because I feel like he beat Rolly, people gonna discredit it because, you know, he really ain't really done nothing for real. I think the Ryan Rolly is more of a 50-50 fight. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the fight that should be made. But I like the JoJo or Gary before two former champions. You know what I'm saying? That's a good name on Devin resume. You know, I feel like the Rolly will just be a win, and then people will try to shit on after he beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's discredit. He really ain't did nothing. So I feel like Ryan Rolly, it's the 50-50 fight. But Devin Jojo is definitely the direction to go, though. He is the mandatory and former champion. So I don't see how is this debate on that. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully JoJo try to be a 2-time champion and try and make the fight, man. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. Good show. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
All right. We got two more. We got Sarcasm. No, we said that. Count Drago says, these young fighters ducking Gary Russell Jr. Hashtag facts. And then this is a 2-for-1 here. We got Mac and Cheese in Las Vegas that says, tell Bill I'm in Las Vegas. I want to link up. I got a 7-year-old son I want in the gym. He needs his help. I had dinner with Bill in Miami Super Bowl weekend with Ricky Styles, Town Biz. Hey, Bill, look out for me in your DMs. Cool? And
Absolutely.
And my best wishes for you and the fam. Handsome family prayer emojis. And then we got Mr. PBC sliding in with another one at the last minute. It says, come down to PBC. We got spaceships and big chips. We gonna make Devin a star and Bill rich. Dad, Dazn don't got it. Canelo payday. Biggest payday is with PBC. Shout out to Mr. Yo, they need to pay that dude, man, for real. He be going hard.
No, he does an excellent job, and he's passionate, man.
Wow.
I love that.
That's everybody, Bill. Joe, I know you've been on forever, Joe, man. Give out your YouTube. Let them know where to find you, man. Thank you for being on with us long.
No problem.
Same to you, Bill, man.
Bill, it was a pleasure, man. You're a breath of fresh air, and I really appreciate the respect that you show to the YouTube boxing community, because a lot of times it gets overlooked, and you show us a lot of respect, and I appreciate that. You can find me at Ringside Reporter Live, and you can catch me at Twitter at JHabib1, Joe Habib on Facebook, and Joe Habib on Instagram. Thank you so much, Ness, for having me. I had a great time. Bill,
appreciate it, bro.
Peace and love, brother. Peace and love, Bill.
All
appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words.
You want to give out your
it.
social media, Bill?
Actually, you know what I'm saying? You can follow at Real Devin Haney on all the platforms. And, you can catch me on your ass if you say anything about Devin that ain't right.
That's right. Say his name 3 times. He pop up like Candyman. Shout out to Bill, man. Thank you guys so much. Catch me on the next one tomorrow, 7 p.m. at night. But first, Beeb goes on live at 6 p.m. at youtube.com/ringside reporter at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I will go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time Sunday to recap all this weekend's boxing. Don't forget, we're also going to be in Atlanta August 14th, as well as July 31st. We're doing the BPE card as well with Aida Biggs and Christian Otero. But we're also in Atlanta August 14th for the showdown in A-Town. It's going to be streaming right here live on our own YouTube channel. That's the only place you can see these big name boxers. Lorenzo Truck Simpson, Darren the Gift Cunningham, who's obviously a DHP promoted fighter, Henry Martinez, Dominican stand-up. This is a Ken Porter trained fighter. I spoke to Calvin Ford. They're going to have Stacy, which is another Calvin Ford trained fighter on this card. Bill told us today Amari Jones is on this card, and we even might get Shamar Canal on this card. You want to get your tickets, man. Because you heard Cortez, we had him on the show, and he said that Tank doesn't miss a truck fight, so he'll be in the building. And Devin was in Atlanta last week, so he might still be out there.
Absolutely. We got to plug the amazing job that Lorenzo Simpson, Truck Simpson, who's doing as an independent, who's being managed by Exquisite Sports, and what they're doing over there in Baltimore out of that Upton gym, right alongside of no other than Darren Cunningham, 12-0, out of St. Louis, who also is doing a great job selling a whole lot of tickets out here down there in Atlanta, you know what I mean? And just everything that they're doing now to push the culture and to push this boxing forward by taking a chance to go out and, and get behind themselves. Those guys are doing a great job as entrepreneurs. And it's what we call, ironically, you call it a dark show, that it's not on television, but it's if you're in the Atlanta area, you know what I mean, make sure you want to get out and see those guys. And I don't think is there a television plug that's to be plugged with it or something like that?
Yo, Bill dropping the ball, y'all. Bill dropped. Of course, they can watch it right here on YouTube on my channel. You can watch Lorenzo Truck Simpson. You can watch Darren Cunningham. You can watch Omari Jones. And we're going to be doing the commentating for all those fantastic fighters because we're blessed by the man above. And it's the first time we've had such big names actually fighting live to our YouTube channel right here on youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice, absolutely free. So tell a friend. You could actually, click the link right now. It's already scheduled on our YouTube channel for the 14th. So if you want to share the link, you want to bookmark it, you want to save it, you want to click the reminders bell, whatever you want to do so that you can watch those fights right here live on August 14th. Only right here, unless you're going to buy a ticket and be in the building. And obviously, you can watch the playback here, man. But, yeah, we're going to be calling the action.
I'm going to be there. Man. So
I don't know, Bill. You said you was going to be at the last one. You said you was going to be at the last one, man. And then I seen Devin whip up.
Listen, listen, I'm going to be there, inshallah. I'll be there on August 14th. It's going to be a great show, Ness.
It's going to be beautiful.
And what you're doing, man, you're trailblazing, man. You're bushwhacking, man. You're doing everything that, a mover and shaker, an entrepreneur is supposed to do in media, bro. And, thank you for letting me use the platform to make the wonderful fight that is, is one of the bigger fights in boxing right now. Jojo Diaz, and Devin Haney, man.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.